I truly thought I was gonna completely skip the Dior Millefiori collection, but here you have me. I went ahead and not only purchased the Vita Fiore collection, but also something else that I was at first I was like, no, 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 this is a completely skip. But here you have me with this beautiful box. Yes, the ribbon is not perfectly attached because I already opened it, did a true unboxing for a reel and a TikTok. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please come and follow me there. Come and follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I took off the ribbon and then tried to put it back on again to do this video. And by the way, if you want to know where to find all the products from this collection, as well as the rest of my makeup, my jewelry, absolutely everything will be on the description box below, along with the links. I want to say a big thank you to all of you, my friends, for shopping through my links. I greatly appreciate it. It's a really, really nice way to support my channel, and honestly, it doesn't cost you anything. A couple of things right here. If you're wondering what I'm using for foundation, I just went ahead and grabbed my Hermes. This is kind of like tinted SPF. That's what I feel is mostly like. I really like the finish. I had been using it quite a bit during the summer. I still have quite a bit in here because I have a ton that I usually rotate. And also I'm putting these palette to work. I mean, I have the 3 of the palettes, and I'm just like really trying them solos, not comparing, not mixing, just to really try them. Because if you haven't watched my review video, I compare each of the new Hourglass palettes side by side. So if you haven't watched my review, please go ahead and watch it. You're gonna enjoy it so much. I also have the review of the new Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. It's already up on my channel. I uploaded yesterday, so if you haven't watched it yet, please go ahead and watch it. I know, you're waiting for me to open these up, but a couple things, because you're my family and I hear your feedback. I have 2 people mentioning that the volume is too low, but nobody else has mentioned it. Like 2 people, one person in my last video and then another person in videos prior. So one thing, okay, I removed this dead cat from my microphone. I have a really good Rode microphone, so let me know how well you're hearing these, if the volume is right, if you feel everything is correct. And another thing too is I'm using a different lens, so I changed it for one that it's gonna make just a little bit blurry the background, not that much, but I hope that this will make it really nice and crisp. If you're new here to my channel, welcome to my channel. I do film in natural light, so whatever you see right here, it's like the sun and the clouds and the shine, and hopefully you will really get an accurate representation of each of the products that I'm reviewing today. Blah, blah, blah. Here we have it. Yes, let me show you what's inside. I love the presentation from Dior. Always just so beautiful, from the ribbon. I mean, absolutely everything. This Dior right there. And I also got a promo code, so I was able to get this beautiful pouch. Is to me, this is faux leather, but this is just great, to keep it in your purse, put, I don't know, just some cash, your wallet, your keychain, and whatnot. And then I got some samples here, which I'm super excited for. They sent me samples from Capture Total. This one is the Firmin. This is the eye cream. And then Miss Dior Roses and Roses. And then, well, I love Christian Dior. This is a great fragrance, but what I'm excited for is that they sent me the new fragrance, J'adore Parfum 2. This is alcohol-free. This is the newest flanker from Christian Dior, J'adore, a classic. I mean, I have used J'adore for so many years. I finished even an entire bottle with, that says a lot, because I have a ton of perfumes. I have a full collection, and to actually finish a bottle, that takes a while. And then my purchase, yes, 2 eyeshadow queens. You're like, really? Okay, this is the one that I was telling you that I was honestly not going to get. I was admiring it, but I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. And then here you have it, Golden Bouquet. It's very pretty, huh? It's so beautiful. I was tempted to get it many times, but because to me doesn't have like a lot of depth, I was gonna pass on it and I said, you know, let's just add it to cart. So if you want to see a review on this palette, let me know. I will be happy to do so. But today we're going to focus on the Millefiori collection. And the eyeshadow queen from this collection is Miss Dior 1947. Same kind of compact, nothing different in there. And wait and see. This makes me so happy because if you have seen the promo images, honestly, the palette looked very kind of dull and like if it didn't have enough depth. And as you can tell right here, this is looking really, really good. So very excited for that. And then I couldn't resist and got the Dior Addict case. One of the cases, not both of them. This is a crown case. Look at this beauty. Oh my gosh, so excited. I love the canvas with the flowers like a garden. It's just so stunning. I mean, to me, this looks more like a spring collection more than anything. And then I had to get the velvet lipstick in Miss Dior 1947. And this is again part of this Millefiori collection. It has this beautiful embossing on the actual lipstick. It looks stunning. The only thing though is that it came a little bit damaged on the top. It was kind of loose. Let's start first with swatches. So you have a matte shade. Okay, this is a taupe shade. This is a satin shade, the one in the middle. Another satin shade. And this is a play between mauve and pink tones, leaning more pink than mauve though. And then the last shade is another matte. A nice deep muted plum tone. BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A501 brush. And this shade, taking it above the crease. By the way, BK Beauty and Angie from Hot and Flashy, they are celebrating 1 year anniversary since the launch of their collaboration, which I'm super happy for them. And I'm pretty sure they are having kind of like a promo sale. I will be leaving it on the description box below too. A504 also from the BK Beauty and Angie collection, and I'm gonna go to this shade and I'm gonna apply it right on the crease and also taking it a little bit on the outer third of the eyelid. BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm going to this shade and I'm taking it on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer, going to the middle shade. And I'm going to take it very close to the lower lash line, diffusing it just a little. Same brush, I'm going to go to the deepest shade and taking it on the outer third of the lower lash line. Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm going to go to this taupe shade. Taking it inner portion of the eyelid all the way till it meets with the outer third. Sonia G Flat Definer and the deepest shade. And I'm just taking this shade and lining my upper lash line. I went ahead and just applied a little bit of mascara. Now going back to the palette and a Refer number 3 brush. I'm gonna go to the lightest shade, which is a matte, very faint light pink. I'm just gonna put it in the inner corner and also my brow bone. Alright, my friends, so now let's go for the lipstick in Miss Dior 1947. This is in the Velvet formula with the beautiful embossing. Quite pretty, I should say. This goes really well with the eyeshadow palette. Now this is a velvet formula. It's not completely matte, but it just have a little bit of like a demi-matte finish. Now going into one of the things that makes of this collection so special is the design of not only this Dior Addict lipstick case. Love so much the design. Now this is made out of canvas, so, and this is white too, so oh my gosh, for being a lipstick, yes, most likely it can get a stain if you don't take good care of it. But also, if you really love this design, the print, the canvas, they do have the setting powder with this beautiful design instead of this quilt. Now, I do have here the shade Lavender. The one that comes with the limited edition collection, it is what is called kind of like the universal translucent luminous shade. The reason why I didn't got it, I would have got it if they would have offered in different shades. But the reason I didn't got it, and the same reason why I got the lavender instead of this translucent or universal kind of shade, is because it's full of glitter. The whole thing is glitter, while the lavender powder is actually lavender in tone. Now it's a little bit messy, and I have used it for underneath to set my under eye concealer. Really nice powder. Let me just show it to you because I have perspired just a little bit on my cheeks so you can see. As you can tell, it doesn't leave a white cast. It's a beautiful powder, very soft. I can recommend the lavender one if you're looking for a loose setting powder, but I will not recommend, like I said, the one that is supposed to give you a luminous effect because it's all full of glitter, and that includes the one from this collection, unfortunately, the one that has this beautiful design on the compact. So there you have it. That's the reason why I didn't get it. And then there's also a very small votive candle with this beautiful design. I love candles, but the scent is the Miss Dior scent. I like the Miss Dior scent, but I don't know if for a candle, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I decided to skip that one. Anyhow, my friends, so I do have a ton of these lipsticks. I did a full-on review when they came out, did full swatches of most of the shades. In fact, it's one of my most viewed videos here on my channel, so thank you so much to all of you. I think for this look, I'm gonna use, let's see, let's go with 527 Atelier. Again, I will be leaving all the details in the description box below, but just to let you know, you don't need, I mean, all the lipsticks from the Dior Addict will work on this case, all of them. So no problem with that. And then Atelier, it's kind of this, let me just show it to you, like a mauve tone. As you can tell, it's just kind of like really balanced out with this eyeshadow look too. And I really love how moisturizing it is. I'm having a little bit of chapped lips right now on the bottom, so these are perfect. Oh, so good, so pretty. Look at that, spot on. And yes, I will highly suggest make sure the whole thing is at the you know, like well retracted, to then put it here and make sure your hands are clean, because otherwise this baby, Oh, this beauty. You stay there. It will get dirty very, very easy. Now, let me show you also the swatch of the lipstick in Miss Dior 1947. As you can tell, it's a demi-matte, deeper than Atelier, but again, very well rounded. Has a little bit of more warmth to it, a shade that I think it will work for any time of the year, any time of the day too. Is super beautiful. And before I go into comparisons, I really want to give a try to this new J'adore Parfum 2, alcohol free. I know. And if you haven't seen the promo images, it's basically the J'adore beautiful bottle, a little bit more ornated than usual. I feel like they just did a tiny bit of difference, but if you can see, the juice is of a milky consistency. Now, I received all this package yesterday, so I was able to try it. And let me tell you that when you spray it, let me see, let me show it to you. Put a ton in there. Do you see how milky it looks? Sorry. It's very milky. And in fact, it feels kind of like a lotion. It leaves even not a glitter, no shimmer, but a lotion kind of feeling. Not sticky, but lotiony. And to me, honestly, there's not much difference on this scent than the original J'adore. To me, this is kind of like a glorified J'adore meets a body lotion in a spray format. To me, that's what it is. Completely white florals, like from the get-go. To me, there's no citrusy scent, nothing, just a very clean, yes, very, very clean, very traditional white floral scent. And when reading the details on this card, it says it has the pleasure of wearing the J'adore flowers right on the skin, a concentrated of flowers and water in an innovative alcohol-free formula exclusive to Dior. Orange blossom water, Valerius length, all its freshness to J'adore heart of white flowers. The solar notes of jasmine sambac mingle with the velvety notes of magnolia from China. A spray in generous mist. So this is, yeah, like I said, this is just like a, to me, more than anything, like a lotion. Like, you know how they do like these milky essence kind of lotions or like an oil. This is not oily, but it feels more of like a lotion. Longevity, yesterday I applied it and I will say a solid 4 5 hours. If you're interested, if you love J'adore, the original one, then if you want to layer your fragrance, this will work beautifully. If you want that hydration for your skin, non-drying, this will be just fine. And because it doesn't have the alcohol, it also doesn't have that change of like smelling first the top notes, the hard notes, and then, you know, yeah, it just doesn't take you for that journey. It just basically leaves you to this white floral scent. Okay, my friends, and now let's go for the comparisons of the eyeshadow quint. When I saw this quint, I thought immediately about Pink Sakura, which was a quint launch. I think it was at the beginning of this year. No, last year, right? Wow, time flies. Anyhow, is this beauty that it was just available by seconds only? I mean, if we were able to get it like within 2 hours, that was it, and it never came back in stock. It never arrived to any other retailers. But here you have it. This is Pink Sakura, and this is 1947 Miss Dior. Don't you feel? But I feel that Pink Sakura leans a little bit more lavender eggplant in tone. And I have swatched Pink Sakura on this side versus 1947 Miss Dior. You can definitely tell that eggplant tone, a little bit more lavender on those lighter shades, while Miss Dior really has a little bit more hints of pink. Now, at the beginning of this year, Dior came out with two gorgeous eyeshadow quints. One in Plein, which is a beautiful light pink cool tone palette. I think it's stunning. But then in comparison with the Miss Dior 1947, I think this is a little bit lighter. It doesn't have as much depth as this one. This one, the look that you get is gorgeous, is very elegant and very ethereal. So I went ahead and swatched it right here. And as you can tell, it's very light and it doesn't have as much depth as Miss Dior. Beautiful nonetheless, and I think it's still available. Now I have a couple other eyeshadow quints right here that honestly, looking at them in person, they can be in the same kind of like family, like very distant kind of cousins, but they are not alike at all. But I want to go ahead and show them to you. One of them is Rouge Trafalgar, which is this palette. It's more reddish in tone. This is Miss Dior. Like I said, to me, there's no purpose to really swatch it. There's no, I mean, if anything, okay, I'm gonna swatch the shades that I think that perhaps there will be something in common. These three shades from Rouge Trafalgar, and I'm just gonna put them right here. This is a little bit warmer, still pink though. Okay, this shade is perhaps a little bit more alike to the Dior one, but I think a little bit more whitish in tone. And then this deeper shade, it leans more brown, still cool tone, but more brown. And then the very last palette that I wanted to just compare to is the new one by Chanel. This is Tweed Peuple, which this was the eyeshadow quad that I really wanted to get from the Tweed collection. And it's not bad. I have a full-on review on all the tweets from Chanel. I do have a ranking of the Chanel tweets, and I think this has a place. It's beautiful because it's very soft, subdued, it's nothing too harsh, it's lovely. But I feel that 1947 not only has more depth, but it also has the variation that if you want to be an everyday palette and just use these shades over here, you can do so. But then if you say you're just using this palette and you want to go from day to night, and then at nighttime you want to just have a little bit of like this topper shade that is not glitters, is just a very light shimmer topper shade, no fallout, then you can use this one, right? But with this one, it's basically like your morning, very not common. This is not common at all, but it's just a very subdued kind of palette. And it's even a little bit hard to show on swatches too. Just gonna put it right next to it because it doesn't have a lot of depth. So this is the one from the Tweed collection of Chanel Tweed Peuple. Beautiful nonetheless. Anyhow, now going into my final thoughts here about this Dior Millefiori collection. Let's go for the eyeshadow quint. I think this is just perfection. I think it's beautiful. I'm super happy that it doesn't look anything like the promo images, because the promo images, honestly, they were deceiving. I thought, oh my gosh, there it's just like a wash of colors. Should I get it? And I was just honest. I was just gonna place my order for this case, and that was it. Perhaps the candle, but nothing else. But then at last I said, you know what? Let me just review this collection, okay? And I'm so happy I did. If you have missed on Pink Sakura, this is not identical as Pink Sakura. Like I said, Pink Sakura leans a little bit more purple in tone, lavender in tone. But if you like kind of those tones, a little bit more mauve, you're gonna love this palette. And another thing that I was saying that I love about this palette is that it takes you for day kind of wear, a little bit more, you know, date or even with if you apply a little bit of this topper shade, no fallout, easy blendability, and it just gives a very soft effect. That's one of the beautiful things about Dior makeup, that it just gives you the most beautiful ethereal look, but is there, and you can actually build. If, like, for example, I use this deep shade just to do the line on my upper lash line, but you can use it to just make it even more intense and more deep, and even do a halo eye. I mean, you have a ton of room to work with this palette. It's truly beautiful, and formulation, silk, just like silk. In terms of this beauty over here, let me just grab it from the top because I feel I'm full of swatches. I don't want to mess it up. But oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. They did a fantastic job with this design. I don't know how much I like that is, exposed canvas, because it's a makeup item and I don't know how clean I'm gonna end up having it, but I will try my best. I'm not messy when I take makeup on my bag. Honestly, I'm not messy at all whatsoever, so I have high hopes for these to stay as pristine as possible. In terms of the velvet lipstick, it's beautiful. Love the shade. This is a shade very wearable for every day. Very like, kind of like, if you like the pillow talk kind of vibe, you're gonna love this shade just like that. Very beautiful. In fact, I do have pillow talk right here. Let's go ahead and swatch it. Perhaps pillow talk. Well, let's see. Just gonna put pillow talk right here, and then I'm gonna swatch Miss Dior on this other side. Oh, Miss Dior is just a tiny bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, are these? They are very close. I think the camera can really showcase that this is a little bit deeper in tone, deeper than the pillow talk because of the formula, but kind of in the same family, just a little bit deeper, but beautiful. Super, super beautiful. And I love the design, the imprint around it. It honestly looks lovely, just lovely. And in terms of the fragrance, I already told you what I think about this fragrance, and I don't think I will change that much about it. If I was wearing more J'adore, the original one, none of the other flankers, but just the original one, then I will get this one. Because again, this new version, Parfum 2, honestly give you that layering lotion-like effect. Very pretty, very lovely, very feminine. Yeah, I will recommend it if you're thinking about layering. To wear it all alone, like I said, the longevity is not impressive. The fragrance itself is beautiful. It's this very gorgeous white floral, very smooth, creamy, lovely. And then in terms of the powder, I already told you my feedback. So if you want a glitter bomb, go ahead for it. Otherwise, try the lavender one or some of the other shades. But yeah, that's that, my friends. I hope that you found this video informative, helpful. Again, all the details of all the rest of my makeup, if you want to know my jewelry, my nail polish, everything will be on the description box below, along with the links for your convenience. And I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you're planning to get any of these products from Dior's Millefiori collection, which of the products you are more intrigued of, or perhaps you have already got some of them. Also, let me know if you want to see a review on the Golden Bouquet Eyeshadow Quint from Dior. Let's just continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Come and follow me on my Instagram. And if you're in TikTok, please come and follow me. My TikTok handle is just a little bit different. Instagram and YouTube, they are the same. Hey, it's Jacqueline. TikTok is Hey Jacqueline. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Goodbye.